Hello everyone, today I will explain 5 technical questions from the HCIP exam. Let's start with the first question. The first question is about DHCP snooping. This is a security-related configuration. Regarding the configuration of DHCP snooping, after we enable this feature, if the number of users exceeds the maximum number of supported binding entries, that is, whether users who exceed this limit will be unable to get online. So for this question, let's say you set the limit to only allow 5 people through, but 10 people show up. Out of these 10, 5 won't be able to get through, right? 5 people can get through, correct? So the description in this question is accurate. All right, let's look at the next question. The next one is about enterprise VRP called HSB, which stands for Hot Standby Backup. Deploying hot standby mode on this VRP, it can also achieve high reliability in a WLAN network. After the configuration is completed, this HSB channel is established outdoors. What could be the reasons for failure? That is, it assumes a scenario where we are in a WLAN environment. When configuring this hot standby backup, the channel establishment might fail. So what are the reasons that could cause failure? The correct answer is, for example, option A, which says the ACL of the primary and backup devices, the AC of the primary and backup devices. This is the science controller device. One is primary and one is backup. Then, for example, if the primary, say the active one, and the backup are of different models, it won't work, right? That's for sure. If the models are different, the test can't be carried out. The second point is that if the parameters of the HSB channel at both ends are different, what about the protocol? This is a physical layer issue, right? Physical layer issue, while this is a protocol layer issue, right? If the parameters are different, the channel also can't be established. So option B is also correct. Then in option C, it could be that the two ACs. Also, option C is saying that the protocol layer parameters of the two ACs are inconsistent, right? And option B is saying that 2 devices. We change the retransmission count parameter for HSB service messages on the 2 devices. That is, if my transmission fails, the number of retransmissions is different, or the interval is different. If the interval time settings are different, that can also cause failures, right? So failures can actually happen for many reasons. Okay, and then option D is also correct. Option D says that the local IP configured on one end and its port are not consistent with the IP and port on the other end. So that can also cause failures. Therefore, the correct answer is to select all A, B, C, and D. All right, question 8. Question 8 has a diagram. It says that in the legend, some information is not provided, but although there isn't any explicit information given based on the description, this is a common situation. This is about the VLAN pool, right? The workflow inference for this. So what is the question asking us? It's asking, we've configured this VLAN pool, the VLAN of the VLAN pool. So in the VLANs we've configured in this VLAN pool, the engineer is also working on the AP, which is for the wireless network. On the AP, different VIPs are created. Actually, what he said is incorrect. It should be on the AC controller. VLANs. The AP creates different VIPs, right, to serve different user groups. And in this diagram, it shows this device is called a terminal device. The workstation is connected to this. The process of the VLAN address pool, and then at which step, he's asking us at which step the VLAN pool assigns a VLAN to this terminal device. So let's look at the answers. There are 4 steps here, right? The first step is the terminal connects to this VIP. Then the second step goes from the VIP to the VLAN pool. Then the third step, it comes back, right? Returns. And the 4th step returns to the terminal here.
Let's pause for a short announcement. Friends, if you're currently preparing for this ITification exam, or if you've been studying for a while but don't feel your preparation is very efficient, this is something you shouldn't miss. Our team has been focused on its certification dumps for 16 years, doing one thing consistently, organizing the most up-to-date, most exam accurate, and easiest to use dumps to help candidates pass their exams more efficiently. Our dumps closely follow official exam updates. They are stable, highly accurate, and well aligned with real exam questions, allowing you to prepare with more confidence while spending less time. If you'd like to get the dumps for this exam and pass the certification faster, you can contact us directly via WhatsApp or YouTube private messages. We're happy to explain the latest update dates, dump stability, exam policies in different countries, as well as any current purchase discounts. Everything is clear and transparent before you decide. We also place great importance on payment security and privacy protection. The entire purchasing process is simple and secure, with no unnecessary data collection. Your personal information and privacy are fully protected. In addition, we provide 24/7 consultation and after-sales support. Whether you're just getting started or running into issues right before the exam, our support team will patiently and professionally help you analyze and solve problems. You're never preparing alone. Beyond this specific exam, our dumps cover almost all major IT certification tracks. If you plan to pursue other IT certifications in the future, feel free to reach out anytime. We'll give recommendations based on your goals.
Let's look at this answer. That is the correct answer. He says to choose DD, which means there are 3 steps in total, and it's step 3. Step 3 is where the VLAN is assigned. The point is this VLAN can't possibly be assigned directly to the terminal, right? He's using a desktop computer to represent this, but that's not right. He should be using a laptop or something like that, right? Actually, desktop computers can also have wireless networks and can connect here as well by receiving the signal, right? So what is this? This is an access point. User authentication is done at the access point, right? The wireless signal goes to the access point. So when I assign a VLAN, I definitely assign it here, right? No matter if there's a switch or an AC controller above, I definitely assign it to this access point, and then the VLAN is mapped here, right? So during the whole process of requesting an address, the first step is to find the VIP, right? The VIP then finds the address pool, and the address pool is assigned to this virtual AP. It is not assigned to the terminal, so the third step is to assign this via LAN. No problem, right? The correct answer is D. All right, let's look at question 9. This question is about a WLAN network again, and it says that in this large-scale WLAN network, the direct forwarding mode is used. So first, let's understand the difference between direct forwarding mode and tunnel forwarding mode. Tunnel forwarding mode means, for example, when this AP needs to the data passes through the CAPWAP tunnel to the AC first, then the AC sends it back to the core switch, and then it goes out, right? This allows the AC to perform traffic control and authentication management, right? Now, this diagram is about roaming, showing configurations like home agent and so on. Then he asks us about this device. Look, both of these are SWA. He means to refer to this device here. If he now leaves the coverage area of the AP on the left and arrives at the area on the right, does he need to connect to this signal now? Right, so basically he has crossed over here. But where does this signal come from? Look here. This is the core switch at layer 3, right? He has crossed over 3 layers. When roaming, what is the data forwarding path? That is now, this device has already moved over here. This area is gone. Now it's here. Then he asks, what is the forwarding path for this device? The correct forwarding path is like this. This option C, the correct forwarding path. Now from this place, he first finds his local, finds the local AP, right? Connects in, and from here, goes through a tunnel to here. To this point, the local one here is the one connected to this device. This AC, and then to the AC at your hometown, the hometown proxy arriving at the hometown AC, right? After reaching the hometown AC, then to here, and then to this core switch, right? After getting here, it is sent out from here. This is the forwarding path. Pay attention. This path goes like this. I access from here. After coming in, because I access from this place, I am a mobile user, right? I walk over here. After coming here, this data is forwarded up from here to the local AC for things like traffic control and authentication. And after that, it goes through this tunnel, through the cover tunnel. goes this way, comes over here to this place. Then from this place, it goes back to this switch and then exits like this. This is how the traffic goes out. Right? So the correct answer is C. All right, question 10. I must NCE's fabric network, and it says it's Huawei's network controller developed for data centers. Yes, that's right. It's the NCE fabric from I must. This model, because this MSNC one, it has many types, right? There's the one for WAN scenarios, the one for campus networks, and also the one for fabric networks, right? And this one is developed by Huawei for use in data centers. It uses automation to improve which of the following services. It's asking which services are improved. Let's look at option A. Improves construction, right? Option B improves optimization. And what about option C? It says improves planning. Then option D is, what is it? Maintenance. So these are all correct, right? All the options are correct. Basically, all of them can be improved. These are just the usual operational performances. It's about comprehensive improvement, which means the effect of automated operations and maintenance is good. Now, there's another question here. Originally, we were going to discuss 5 questions, but there's one more here. Let's talk about this one. It's about Huawei's modular devices, the differences between different hardware modules, and the configuration of other functions. So these modules here, and then it corresponds to this description over here. The question is asking you to match them. I've also written down what it corresponds to here. Then this one matches with this, and that one matches with that, right? And then these descriptions, and what about number 1? Hey, the first one as a whole, it says, as a whole, this is the control platform and management platform, right? And what is this one? This is data. It's about data, serving as the system's overall data platform. So which module serves as which platform, right? And then, this LPU. No, not this thing. It serves as the overall control plane and management plane, right? And then this MPU, it's similar to an MPU. It's something for the data forwarding plane, right? So this one acts as the data plane and forwards data. And the rest of this is about interfaces, right? It just forwards data and doesn't provide this. It's about speed and optical electrical conversion, optical electrical ports, right? And then this MTU, the MPU, the main processing unit, what is it responsible for? It handles things like route calculation, running routing protocols, and system management. So it's the control and management plane. And what is this FFU? It's called the switching fabric board, which is responsible for cross-board data switching, right? So it's the data forwarding plane. Then, in these 2 years, this connects here, right? The data forwarding plane. And then this is the control plane because there's a control here, right? Here, just focus on these keywords, control plane and management plane. Here, control plane and management plane, right? These are the control plane and management plane. And then this data plane is the data plane, right? And then this, what is this? This folding. This is this is forwarding, right? Then forwarding, and then this. LPU stands for Line Processing Unit, which provides external interfaces such as optical ports and electrical ports and handles the port level operations. Outbound forwarding processing. All right, if you want to learn Huawei communication technology or get access to the question bank, please send me a private message or you can leave a comment below the video.